not letting your knees holding for the APT.
RD Curry,
Hello, this is Theresa from the APT News Network here with one of our 2015 graduates, Mr. Terry White. How are you doing today?
I'm doing super. Everything's going well so far.
Good, good. So I just want to talk to you a little bit about, your experience here and what you're doing now. So when did you first get interested in doing fitness?
Well, I always been interested in fitness. Growing up in the Bronx and being actually bullied a lot. It was kind of one of my things that kind of made me just want to get stronger so people couldn't push me around.
Okay.
And
so you use it as motivation.
Yeah, motivation. And then sometimes the lady's like, oh, you're not that fit, you're chubby, so you want to work out. To,
okay.
So
just to improve your self-image
exactly.
overall. Okay. Mm-hmm. So what made you consider doing personal training as a career?
Well, I remember 3 years prior to me getting into fitness,
mm-hmm.
one of my aunts, she was like a very close family member of mine, and she was asking me to help her to get fit. And at that time, I didn't really have an education. That was before I went to any programs at school.
Okay.
And she just noticed I had, results from just working out on my own since I was a little bit younger.
Okay.
And she asked me to help her, so I couldn't help her.
And
then a year later, she actually had a gastric bypass surgery.
Wow.
And then within 4 weeks of the process, she actually passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear
So
that.
it kind of triggered me to want to learn, educate myself so I could help people that need help.
Yeah.
So that's what that was kind of what helped me pull the trigger to get into fitness and get educated on how to help people.
Okay. So using a rough situation to do something positive. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you hear about Swedish?
Well, I heard about Swedish around 2010, 2011. And at that time, I wasn't too sure about it, and It's funny because I was kind of lazy. I didn't come check it out.
Okay.
And I had an offer from another place, and I just went to the other place first.
What was the other place?
It was called Focus Integrated Fitness.
Okay. So what was that like?
Well, it was a good experience, because I never had education on fitness at all. So going in there, I really had no idea how to work out,
mm-hmm.
What to do what. I didn't know my belt from my elbow.
Okay.
I was just completely lost, and it gave me a fine base. But, it was okay. It was cool. It was my first experience.
So how was Swedish as compared to Focus?
Well, Swedish, was actually one of the best things that actually happened to me.
Okay.
After coming here, I'm able to look at things and tell, what's fake, what's real, what I would apply with my clients, something, that could help me grow. It gave me a better perspective and looking at just fitness overall.
Okay. So just basically broaden your horizons on what you had started to find out.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So tell me about your current work situation. Where are you at now?
Right now, I actually work as a fitness instructor inside the Marriot Hotel on 54th Street.
Okay.
I'm one of the top instructors there. There we deal with tourists, corporate clients, and residents.
Okay.
And I just have classes that I do there, and then if people want me to train them, I could train them there too.
Okay, so you got the classes going on, you got your personal thing going on?
And I have private clients, and then also I'm a fitness ambassador at Reebok, so I do classes inside Reebok as well.
Wow, so you multi-talented.
Yeah, so I'm representing Reebok all the time. People are like, oh, Terry, you always went Reebok. Yeah, because I get free gear. Why not?
So you made it work for you.
Exactly.
Okay, that's great. So after you left Swedish, you got in the field. How prepared or competitive did you feel, when you're applying for jobs as compared to other people and other people just trying to do what you're trying to do?
Well, after, graduating, you see a lot of fitness people out there. You watching what they're doing. You're like, I wonder why they're doing it like that. And I feel like the education that I got from this school actually gave me a strong foundation to look at things and know what I should do, what I shouldn't do. It helped me be really prepared, because I go to other gyms and I see how the clients are being trained by the trainers. I'm like, who taught them that? I'm like, they could improve that by doing this. It gave me a trainer's eye, to look at things in a different perspective and how can I improve it. So I feel like the school really prepared me.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. So what advice would you give your 12-year-old self if you knew then what you know now about fitness and exercise?
Well, most likely, if I would have told myself to participate in a sport.
Okay.
And stick with it and, seek out, coaches that knew what they were doing.
Okay.
And that's something that you start to realize as you get older, you want to look back and like, oh, if I had this before, you know, but you can't. But you just want to stick with the people that know what they're talking about and do your research as well.
And use your own body, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So Terry, tell me a little bit about the certification that you got when you left Swedish.
I actually was able to, you know, I actually studied really hard. I got the NSCA CPT certification, and I'm actually insured. After coming from the school, everything that we learned from the school actually basically set us up for success for that test. And I remember I was procrastinating a little bit. I'm like, oh, I don't want to take the test, maybe I'm not ready. And Vincent kept telling us to take the test. I'm like, oh, I could have took it before, you know. The first time we actually had the practice exam. Okay. Yeah, so I'm certified in, you know, my insurance, everything. Okay. So it wasn't that difficult at all for you to obtain that? Especially getting an education from the school wasn't difficult. I feel like if you really didn't have any experience or no previous knowledge, then it'll probably be difficult. Okay. Yeah. All right, awesome. So now you've got everything together. What's your mission? Well, our mission right now is basically, you know, to educate, you know, inspire and motivate people to live a healthier, you know, lifestyle. Because I notice how a lot of people, they just work, you know, they feel like they don't have time to train, but you could train in your house, you could train anywhere. You know, I train in my building, I train in my house, I train at all these different locations. I feel like just people, all they need is like, you know, 5 to 10 minutes a day to take out time for themselves just to work out. Right. You know, that's what I want to, you know, push that around, you know, basically get people to be more active and, you know, be more proactive in their health and just take initiative and just go. All right. So just go. Yeah, just go. That's what's up. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this interview. Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. No problem. So this is Theresa signing off from the APT News Network.